out of the MMA Institute. Rick McCoy's MMA Institute, known for putting together some of the toughest practices and some of the toughest fighters on the East Coast, Adam.
Walking in with some quite unique attire. I believe he's wearing pajamas.
Was that like a Snuggie or something? What are we looking at?
I don't know, but you know what? I'm not going to discredit him. He looks tough and looks like he's ready for action.
Well, 2-0. He's got 2 finishes inside his young pro MMA career. 1 submission, 1 TKO. This guy is tough, and there's a lot of buzz around him.
His opponent for the evening, Lloyd Reyes, 3-3. Looking forward to this one.
Yeah, Rick McCoy of MMA Institute's really got a corner on the sort of like the Maryland, Virginia area stud wrestlers. So these guys make their transition into MMA from that amateur wrestling background, and they go straight to MMA Institute. So these are heavy hitting, just grinding, just tough dudes.
Making his circles around the cage right now, getting a little comfortable in the pink trunks is Shaun Spath.
His opponent is a 29-year-old who stands at 5'8" and weighs 138 official pounds. He has a 3-3 record, and he represents Academics MMA and K1 Kickboxing. Hailing from Burlington, Ontario, in the red corner, Lloyd Teagana Reyes.
Yeah, Adam, Lloyd Reyes, I mean, we saw him fight about a year ago in the GPG cage, and this guy has got some very crisp technical striking, but surprisingly finished his fight in the first round with a arm triangle choke.
Lloyd Reyes heading into the ring right now. 3-3 as a pro, like we said. We've seen him fight before. It's not his first rodeo in the GPG cage. Out of his 3 wins, 2 were first-round finishes.
Yeah, this guy is tough, and you know, he's got Shaun Bloodbath Spath standing across the cage from him, but Lloyd Reyes has a ton of experience, and it's nothing he hasn't seen before.
Making a long trek from Burlington, Canada. Quite a trip to make it here to New Jersey for GPG. All right, let's throw it up to our ring announcer, Stephen Peacock. All right, Jackson, we got Shaun Bloodbath Spath taking on Lloyd Reyes at 137 pounds. Shaun Spath 2-0 against Lloyd Reyes 3-3.
What I like about this matchup, both guys southpaws. You don't see that very often.
No, you don't. Shaun Spath wearing the pink trunks, and Lloyd Reyes in the black trunks.
You notice both fighters sort of feeling each other out. Lloyd Reyes a little bit more composed here. Shaun Spath looks like he's about to explode at a moment's notice.
jumping in with that knee. Pushes Spath against the cage, but Spath with the big, heavy takedown.
And that's what I'm talking about here, that those MMA Institute guys with their wrestling backgrounds, you know, the thing about wrestlers is they're super tough, and when they get cracked, sometimes they just go straight into wrestling mode. Spath locking up a very tight guillotine here against the cage, but abandons it for a double leg slam right to side control, although he still needs to fight out of that guillotine hold here. But he's doing a very good job of staying away from Reyes' guard, and therefore staying away from the danger of that guillotine choke.
Some heavy takedowns so far, Jackson. I gotta say, Spath, as of right now anyway, looks to be the stronger of the two.
Yeah, I mean, these guys, these MMA Institute guys, and I fought a few of them, they are tough, and they come at you with everything. So what he may lack in sort of nuance and striking, he makes up for in grit and just overall toughness. Reyes got to be careful here. You notice his left arm is tied up. If Spath so chooses, he may lock up a Kimura, but that moment is past. Spath looking to take the back here. Settles for side control, and Reyes just doing everything in his power just to survive here, this early onslaught in the first round.
So far, it's all Spath at this point. Now, if you were in there being Lloyd Reyes, what would you do to try and get the advantageous position from here?
Well, he's doing a pretty good job of fighting off the hooks, but he's got a hand fight. As soon as somebody has your back and one arm is around your neck, and you'll notice he's using both hands, a 2-on-1 grip, to fight that hand. You really need to control the hands because they can lock up that choke super quick, and while you're preoccupied with the choke, to get the hooks in, and then it's all over. So Reyes looking for the counter Kimura to the takedown, but Spath all over him against the cage here. And Spath just doing a great job of smothering the more experienced striker and grinding him out. This is exhausting, especially if you're a stand-up guy to just get pushed and squozed, as we say.
Reyes is looking for a leg here.
Yeah, he's got the right idea, but I'm not really sure what he's going for. He's kind of got like looking for a knee bar, but he doesn't have the right angle. What he really needs to do is hook the heel, and he can start to get into a twisting leg lock, what we call a heel hook, but just has the wrong grip on the foot. Missed opportunity there for Reyes, but back to his feet. This is where he wants to be.
Good scramble for Reyes, getting back to his feet. Both fighters center cage.
Reyes taking some deep breaths. I mean, it is exhausting fighting yourself out of bad positions on the ground if that's not where you're comfortable.
Not only that, but being held down by a strong wrestler just takes its toll on you. First round, third round, doesn't matter.
Spath seems to have slowed down a little bit. This may be the first time in his young professional career that he will see the second round.
Again, Shaun Bloodbath Spath in the pink trunks, Lloyd Reyes in the black.
Reyes getting a little wild here, a little desperate with his striking. He needs to just stick that jab, keep light on his feet, and stay out of the takedown range for Shaun Spath.
Reyes with another flying attack. Now, you got to be careful when you're fighting somebody with a high caliber wrestler like Spath has.
It's kind of tough. I mean, I would not necessarily coach a fighter to go into jumping attacks against a wrestler, and that's kind of what they want to do, is take you off your feet. But so far, so good for Reyes. He's got a good handle on the nuance of the striking game, so when he takes these calculated risks, he knows what he's getting himself into.
40 seconds left in this opening round. Both fighters trading.
I'd like to see a little bit more crisp striking from Reyes. He's really shooting from the hip on some of those power shots. Spath shrugging it off. Still game here as the first round comes to a close. This first round has really been all Spath with the grappling, but Reyes landing some nice shots on the feet. Just not sure it's going to be enough to win it in the eyes of the judges.
10 seconds left in this first round of Shaun Bloodbath Spath and Lloyd Reyes.
Big toss here to finish up round one for Lloyd Reyes. More GPG action coming your way after this.
back, ladies and gentlemen, to GPG 24 Fighting for Wounded Soldiers. We have our second round for Shaun Bloodbath Spath taking on Lloyd Reyes.
You know, first round, all Shaun Spath, some big takedowns, good control on the top, but thwarted a little bit because, you know, he's used to getting that quick finish inside the first round. Now he's first taste of the second round, what we'd consider the mid-level area of the fight. This is where both fighters are a little bit warmed up. You know, they've gotten their rhythm, they found a little bit of timing, and this is exactly where a guy like Reyes wants to be. Just picking apart on the feet, good long shots, creating angles, sticking and moving. Shaun Spath needs to close the distance, get this fight back to the ground, and impose his will, just like he did in the opening stanza of that first round.
Spath in the pink trunks, Reyes in the black. Now Reyes is really coming into this round aggressive.
Yeah, you know, it looks like he's gotten a little bit more comfortable, kind of figured out Spath's timing. Now Spath is just very ballistic, but he telegraphs his intentions. He's not a lot of nuance there, not a lot of finesse, just a lot of raw power and a raw aggression. But he's slowed down a little bit here in the second round, so it's really just a great opportunity for Reyes to start to establish a dominant pace.
Reyes pulling.
Oh,
nice
big head
kick for Lloyd Reyes.
Beautiful head kick.
Follow with a leg kick. Spath doesn't want any bit of this stand up and is trying to take it to the ground, but thwarted all from Reyes.
It was great takedown defense from Reyes. It's like he knows. It's one of those things when you hit a wrestler really hard, their reaction is to change levels and shoot. And an experienced veteran like Reyes knows that if he's going to get a clean hit on a guy like Spath, he's going to have to look to defend the takedown immediately because that's exactly what they're going to go for. So some savviness here from the veteran Lloyd Reyes out of Canada. Spath needs to do something to figure this out. He can't just get chewed up from the outside for a whole round. That's no fun.
And every strike that Lloyd Reyes is throwing or landing, you see Spath laughing and off, smiling or making a face, but Lloyd Reyes is nothing to be messed with. He hits pretty hard.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those things. It's kind of like if you hit a guy and he reacts, whether he's laughing, crying, or wincing, you know you got him.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that Spath really has the experience to deal with this sort of lack of being able to dominate so easily. And that's a tough thing when you come into a fight thinking that you're, you know, more or less invincible, and then somebody puts up a brick wall in front of you and you got to scale it. That's, you know, you're going to have to dig really deep.
Bloodbath Spath looking for the takedown. Has Lloyd Reyes pinned against the cage right now. Good defense from Reyes.
Okay, Reyes is doing a good job fishing for that underhook and turning his hips, making his base really wide. Excellent defense from Reyes, right into a right body kick. Beautiful technique.
The kicks from Reyes are really starting to look like they're taking their toll on Spath. Leg kicks are coming together, piecing it up. There it is again.
Spath has changed his stance, gone into orthodox. Opens up some opportunities, but right back to southpaw.
Spath leads with some striking, looking for the takedown.
I like how Reyes is taking these micro opportunities to strike, and now either of those knees not doing much damage on their own, but the aggregate of just kneeing like that to somebody's body over the course of 15 minutes can really add up. And Reyes, being the veteran, really knows that it's the accumulation of small injuries, not necessarily just a Hail Mary kick or punch that's gonna win him this fight.
Nice knee from Reyes. Follow with some punches. Clearly listen to his coach. We can hear the instructions. Looks for the trip. Both fighters separate. Looking to get back at it. Again with the leg kicks from Reyes. Nice right hand from Spath. Good fight so far, Jackson. Been back and forth. First round, I would have had it for Spath. This round, not so sure. Been pretty close, but Reyes is clearly landing the more significant strikes.
You know, I think Reyes is really shutting down a lot of what Spath brings to the table and creating some small openings for himself to strike and cause some damage. So, you know, Spath still very tough, but he's just been getting outworked and outmaneuvered for this second round. This is not a good position. He's got to move. He's got to be aggressive. He's got to get off of his butt, back to his feet. We look like the referee's going to stop this right here in the second round.
That is all it. Lloyd Reyes, second round TKO against Shaun Bloodbath Spath.
Reyes advancing to 2-0 in the GPG cage here in New Jersey. Excellent performance from our neighbor to the north.
tough first round for Lloyd Reyes. Rallies back in the second to get that excellent TKO stoppage.
Spath, the ringside physician, looking over Spath. He looks fine, a little shaken up, but nothing he hasn't seen, especially in the Shark Tank that is the MMA Institute practice room. Tough guy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back at GPG 24 with your official results.
The first rule of the Fight Club? Everyone talks about the Fight Club. The Coliseum Fight Club, located at 333 Preston Avenue in Voorhees, New Jersey, is the largest, most complete combat training facility. We are loaded with 2 cages, a full boxing ring, 10,000 square feet of mats, and amazing kids programs with Spaz Wrestling. Champions aren't born, they are created. The first rule of the Fight Club? Everyone talks about the Fight Club.
Get out of the middle of the ring, he said. Get out of the middle of the ring. He said get out of the middle of the ring. Stand right over here by us. Yeah. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to GPG 24. Now in the books, Shaun Bloodbath Spath suffering his first defeat to Lloyd Reyes. Jackson, tell us a little bit about the fight.
Well, Shaun Spath, as we expected, started really strong. Definitely grinded out that first round, but Reyes, the consummate veteran, eking his way out of that first round, got his rhythm in the second, and really laid on the heat, finishing with the TKO victory in the second round.
All right, let's throw it up to our ring announcer, Stephen Peacock.
This bout is stopped at 4 minutes and 32 seconds of the second round. The winner by referee stoppage, TKO due to strikes, came out of the red corner, Lloyd Teagana Reyes.
Throw it up to Bob Maloney for the post-fight. Bob?
Lloyd Reyes, tremendous performance. I think he made a great adjustment there after the first round. Stopped the takedowns, hurt him with some leg kicks. Tell me about what your corner told you after the first round.
My corner told me just relax and do what I do best. Keep it on the feet and finish it on the feet. But then he's finished on the feet, finish on the ground. It's all good anyway.
Well, you did a great job adjusting there. You heard him, like I said, with the leg kicks and finished them off. Great job at GPG here. Congratulations on the victory.
Okay, I want to thank everybody back home from Burlington, Ontario, all the way from Canada. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the support. I want to shout out Joe Powell who passed away. I want to say God bless, and you always in our memories, man. Thanks a lot.
Give it up for Lloyd Reyes.
Lloyd Reyes out of Burlington, Ontario, Canada, improves to 4-3 here in the GPG cage. A tough, gritty battle against up-and-comer Shaun Bloodbath Spath, but the Bloodbath was not enough to win this fight. Lloyd Reyes, 2-0 in the GPG cage. Big things coming up from him in the future.
Big, heavy strikes on top. It's just, Shaun Bloodbath Spath didn't have anything for this.
You know, and it's tough when you're an up-and-coming guy with some quick wins and you hit a brick wall like Lloyd Reyes, but you know, anything, he's just going to improve and get better from here.
Global Proving Ground is sponsored by Barb's Harley Davidson, Black Rifle Coffee Company, We Hate Mondays, Headblade, the ultimate head shaving razor, and G Fuel, fuel your life.